right, everybody, welcome back. We're going to be doing a deep dive today, and we're going to be talking about AI for sales.
Sounds good.
There is a ton of hype out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. AI is this magic bullet.
Yeah.
It's going to solve all of your problems and close all your deals for you, make you millions of dollars, and we're going to kind of try to cut through some of that noise today.
Absolutely.
And really figure out what AI can actually do for you as a salesperson.
I think it's a good point. And, we did a little bit of reading up on this week from Business Tech Today.
Yeah.
Really interesting article. A lot of different stuff happening.
Yeah.
And the thing that I kept coming back to, though, is, there's a lot of hype around it.
Mm-hmm.
But good salespeople are already doing a lot of what this AI is promising.
Yeah.
So the key is to find the tools that are going to make you even better at those things.
Right.
Don't replace your skills, just augment them.
So not replace you, but supercharge you.
Exactly.
Okay.
I like that.
So AI is not going to close deals for you.
But it might be able to tell you why your top performers are closing deals.
Okay.
And then you can, replicate that success.
So it's like having this secret weapon.
Mm-hmm.
That's not lasers, it's data.
I love it.
So, okay, where do we even start with all of this stuff?
Well, I think a good place to start is, deciphering what's really going on in your sales calls.
Good.
You think a call went great, the customer seems interested,
Mm-hmm.
and then nothing.
Crickets.
Crickets, exactly.
Yeah.
That's where AI-powered sales intelligence platforms come in.
Okay, so that's like Gong.
Like Gong.io. Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading about that.
Yeah.
How they analyze calls in real time, pick up on sentiment.
Yeah.
Is it like having a mind reader on the line?
Not quite mind reading, but it's definitely getting close.
Yeah.
It's really going beyond recording.
Okay.
Let's say you're on a call.
Mm-hmm.
Gong flags that the customer's tone changed when you mention a specific feature.
Oh.
Maybe they're hesitant.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a pricing concern. Now you have that information in real time, so you can address the issue before it even becomes an objection.
So it's like having a sales coach like whispering in your ear during a call.
Exactly.
Except the sales coach is a computer.
Yeah.
A supercomputer.
I like it.
Okay. So we're analyzing calls, but how do we find the right people to call in the first place?
Right. So that's where predictive analytics comes in.
Okay.
And we're not talking about pulling names out of a hat here.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it this way. You're familiar with Zoom Info.
Yeah.
So instead of just a database,
Right.
it's using AI to predict which companies are most likely to buy from you right now.
Well, hold on. Predicting the future.
Yeah.
How does that even work?
Well, it's all about data.
Yeah.
And I mean massive amounts of data.
Yeah.
Way more than we could ever handle as humans.
Right.
Billions of data points.
Okay.
Things like company news hiring trends, social media activity.
Yeah.
All of that is analyzed to figure out, who's expanding, who's struggling, who just got a big funding round and is ready to spend.
Right.
So then ZoomInfo's AI can connect the dots and you can reach out at the perfect time.
So instead of like spraying and praying,
Exactly.
you're like laser focused on like the hottest leads.
Exactly.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
But even with the perfect list, like those first few interactions can be rough.
Yeah.
You're just getting to know each other, kind of feeling each other out.
Right.
Is there AI for that awkward phase?
Yeah. I mean, conversational AI has come a long way from those basic chatbots
Right.
that used to frustrate everyone.
Yeah.
So you've got tools like Drift and Intercom.
Mm-hmm.
They're using AI to not just chat,
Right.
but actually qualify leads, answer questions, and even schedule meetings.
So my website is basically like a 24/7 sales assistant,
That's the idea.
qualifying leads while I'm sleeping.
Yes. And, it's not just about being available anytime. These tools are getting really good at holding natural conversations, understanding what the customer actually needs,
Okay.
and then only passing along the leads that are actually ready to talk to a human.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and some reports are saying up to 50% more qualified leads.
Wow. Okay, I'm sold on that.
Yeah.
But now I'm picturing this flood of leads coming in, and I'm thinking, oh, great, now I got to write 1 million personalized emails.
Right.
Is there AI for that?
Yeah. You read my mind. So personalization at scale, that's what tools like Lavender and Apollo are doing.
Okay.
So let's say you're about to email a prospect.
Mm-hmm.
Lavender analyzes their online presence,
Okay.
figures out, what their pain points and their interests are, and then suggests ways to tweak your email to really make it resonate with that specific person.
So it's not writing the email for me.
Right.
but it's giving me like the special sauce to make it stand out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But are we talking like tiny improvements here, or can AI really move the needle on something like email response rates?
No, we're talking big jumps, like 30 to 40% increases in response rates
Wow,
compared to those generic blast emails.
that's huge.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got tools analyzing calls, predicting who's ready to buy qualifying leads, helping us personalize our outreach.
Yeah.
Where does all this data go?
It's got to live somewhere, right?
Yeah.
That's where your CRM comes in.
Okay.
But even CRMs are getting an AI makeover these days.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so think about, Salesforce with its Einstein AI or HubSpot's AI tools.
Right.
They're taking all that data and they're using it to make you a sales superhero.
Okay, we're going to need to dive into that a little bit more.
Welcome back. Before the break, we were talking about how even CRMs are getting a serious AI upgrade.
Right. And we left off with Salesforce and HubSpot getting in on the AI action. So we're not just dumping data into this black hole anymore. What's the AI actually doing inside my CRM?
Think of it this way. Your CRM is becoming your AI-powered command center.
Okay.
Instead of just storing customer info, it's now analyzing it to give you superpowers.
I like it.
Take Salesforce's Einstein AI, for example.
Okay.
It can actually predict the probability of a deal closing based on all sorts of factors.
Whoa, hold on. Predicting the future again.
Well, yeah, in a sense.
So I can finally ditch those like gut feelings and actually get some like real data on which deals I should prioritize.
Exactly. No more guessing games. Einstein can tell you if a deal is likely to stall if you need to adjust your strategy, or if it's time to celebrate that win early.
Okay.
It's all about using data to make smarter decisions and focus your energy where it matters most.
That's huge.
Right.
Okay, but sometimes it feels like just keeping up with the CRM is a full-time job.
I know what you mean.
Drowning in admin tasks, updating notes, logging every interaction. Is there an AI life raft for all that?
You bet there is.
Yeah.
Remember all those hours you spend manually updating your CRM?
Yeah.
Kiss them goodbye. Tools like people.ai are using AI to automate all that tedious pipeline management stuff.
People.ai. Okay, break it down for me. What's the AI actually doing? Is it like reading my mind?
It might feel like mind reading.
Okay.
Imagine this. You have a call with a prospect.
Yeah.
Send them a follow-up email, maybe connect on LinkedIn, people. People AI captures all those interactions no matter where they happen and automatically updates your CRM.
So no more sticky notes.
I'm
No
doing-
more like scrambling to remember what I promised a client last week.
Exactly.
My inner organization freak is rejoicing.
I bet, yeah.
But it gets even better.
Oh,
Right? It's not just logging activities. It actually analyzes them
you got it.
to identify potential risks in my pipeline.
Exactly. So imagine this. A deal that seemed hot suddenly goes cold.
Oh,
AI picks up on those subtle changes in communication patterns
okay.
and alerts you so you can intervene before it's too late.
It's like having a digital guardian angel watching over my deals.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so we're analyzing calls, automating tasks, predicting deal outcomes. What's the final frontier of AI for sales?
The holy grail, accurate sales forecasting.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about those wild guesses we all make at the start of the quarter.
Right.
Think about Claria, a tool that uses machine learning to make forecasting a science, not an art form.
Claria, right. I remember reading that it can analyze historical data and market trends to predict sales. But how does that help me today? Is it just about hitting those big picture revenue targets?
It's about way more than just hitting targets. Imagine this. You're about to commit to an ambitious sales goal for the next quarter. Clary can tell you, based on your team's current activity and market conditions, if that goal is even realistic.
Okay.
It's like having a data-driven reality check before you make any big promises.
That's huge. So no more setting ourselves up for failure because we got all caught up in the excitement.
Exactly.
Claria keeps it real. But with all this talk about AI, I have to ask, are we at risk of losing that human touch in sales? Are salespeople going to be replaced by robots?
That's a question a lot of people have, and it's understandable. But here's the thing. AI is a tool.
Yeah.
It's not a replacement for human connection. In fact, the most successful AI implementations are those that actually enhance the human element of sales.
So it's not AI versus humans. It's AI and humans working together to create a sales powerhouse.
Exactly. Think about it. AI handles the data, crunching the repetitive tasks, the things that drain our energy and time, that frees us up to focus on what we humans do best.
Okay.
Building relationships, understanding complex needs, finding creative solutions.
So AI is like the ultimate wingman, letting us bring our A game to every interaction.
Precisely. It's like having a superpower that amplifies our strengths and lets us focus on what truly matters, connecting with people and closing those deals.
I love that analogy. This has been so insightful, but I have to admit, it's also a bit overwhelming. There are so many AI tools out there. How do we even know where to start?
Don't worry, it's like building any successful team. You don't hire everyone at once. Start by identifying one or two key areas where AI can make the biggest impact for your specific sales process.
So maybe start with a tool that tackles my biggest pain point, like qualifying leads or automating those CRM updates that drive me crazy.
Exactly. Focus on those quick wins, get comfortable with the technology, and then you can gradually expand your AI toolkit over time.
Okay, that feels much more manageable. It's like building a superpowered sales tech stack brick by brick.
Exactly.
So what's next in our AI journey? Where do we go from here?
In the final part of our deep dive, we're going to get even more specific. We'll share some examples of companies that are already crushing it with AI, and we'll give you some actionable tips on how to choose the right AI tools for your team. Get ready to level up your sales game.
Okay, we're back for round 3 of our AI for Sales deep dive. You convinced me AI is the future, but now I need to see it in action. Give me some real-world examples of companies that are actually using this stuff, to dominate their markets.
Okay, so you want to see AI out in the wild?
Yeah, give me the goods.
All right, let's start with something we touched on earlier. AI-powered conversation analysis.
Okay.
Remember how Gong.io can analyze calls in real time?
Yeah,
Well, there's another company called Chorus.ai that's taking this to a whole new level.
Chorus.ai. Yeah, they were in that Business Tech Today article.
Mm-hmm.
I think it said something about them being like a sales coach whispering in your ear during calls.
It's a pretty accurate analogy.
Okay.
So Chorus.ai digs deep into your sales calls
Mm-hmm.
and surfaces insights you'd never catch on your own.
Okay.
For example, imagine you're trying to figure out why your close rate on a certain product is lagging.
Right.
Chorus.ai can analyze all the calls related to that product
Okay.
and pinpoint the common objections that are killing your deals.
So instead of relying on gut feeling or anecdotal feedback,
Mm-hmm.
I've got hard data on what's actually happening in those conversations.
Exactly. Data-driven insights.
Okay, that's powerful.
And it goes beyond just identifying objections.
Right.
Course.ai can analyze talk ratios.
Talk ratio.
You know how much time your reps are spending talking versus listening?
Oh, okay.
It can even track how often competitors are mentioned,
Wow.
so you know what you're up against in the market.
That's like having a secret weapon.
Right.
You can coach your team based on real data and tailor your strategies to what's actually working.
Exactly.
I'm starting to see how this can give you a serious advantage.
Absolutely. And there's another player in this space that's worth checking out.
Right.
Exit Vision.
Exit vision.
They're also using AI to analyze sales conversations and help teams improve their performance.
Okay, so we've got AI analyzing calls, coaching our teams, but let's be real. Sometimes the most soul-crushing part of sales is all that manual data entry.
Tell me about it.
Updating the CRM logging
Yeah.
every single interaction. Is there an AI cure for that admin headache?
Thankfully, yes. Remember People.ai?
Yeah.
We talked about how it automates pipeline management.
Right? People.ai basically eliminates manual data entry. Right.
Pretty much.
Tell me more.
It's a dream come true for anyone who hates admin tasks.
Okay. Imagine this. You have a call with a prospect.
Mm-hmm.
Follow up with an email, maybe connect on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
People.ai captures all those interactions across different platforms
Okay.
and automatically updates your CRM without you lifting a finger.
I can already feel my stress level dropping.
Right.
No more nagging my team to log their activities.
Exactly.
But wait, it does more than just log activities, right?
I know about it.
It actually analyzes the data.
Yes. And this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
People.ai doesn't just record what happened.
Mm-hmm.
It analyzes those interactions to identify potential risks in your pipeline.
Okay, now that's next level. Give me an example.
So imagine you have a deal that's been moving along smoothly,
Okay.
but suddenly the communication goes quiet.
Oh,
Maybe the prospect is getting cold feet.
right.
Maybe they're talking to a competitor people. AI picks up on those subtle changes in behavior and alerts you,
Okay.
so you can proactively address the issue before you lose the deal. That's incredible.
It's
It's like having an early warning system for my pipeline.
Exactly.
So we've covered AI for analyzing calls, automating tasks, even identifying pipeline risks. What else can this magical AI do for us?
Let's talk about the holy grail of sales,
Mm.
accurate forecasting.
Already.
Remember Clary, the AI-powered forecasting tool?
Oh, yeah, the crystal ball for sales?
Well, Clary isn't magic, but it's pretty close.
Okay.
It uses machine learning to analyze your historical data, your team's current activities, and even external market trends to predict your sales outcomes with remarkable accuracy.
So it's not just looking at past performance, it's taking a holistic view
Yeah.
of everything that could impact my sales.
Exactly.
That's impressive. But how does that translate into actionable insights?
Think of it this way. You're about to set a sales target for the next quarter.
Okay.
Clary can tell you, based on all the data it's crunching, if that target is realistic or if you're setting yourself up for disappointment.
So it's like having a data-driven reality check.
Exactly.
They keep my goals aligned with what's actually achievable. That's incredibly valuable. Takes the guesswork out of forecasting and helps you make smarter decisions.
Mm-hmm.
This whole conversation has been so eye-opening. I'm seeing the power of AI in a whole new light.
It's definitely an exciting time to be in sales.
Yeah.
You know, we have these incredible tools at our fingertips that can help us work smarter, not harder.
Right. It's all about finding that sweet spot where AI enhances our skills and frees us up to focus on what we humans do best.
Exactly.
Building relationships, solving problems, and ultimately closing deals.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
This has been great. But as we wrap up here, any final words of wisdom for our listeners as they start to explore the world of AI for sales?
Don't be afraid to experiment. You know, find the tools that work for you and get ready to supercharge your sales game.
That's a wrap on our AI for Sales deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
It's been fun.
We hope you learned a ton and feel inspired to embrace the power of AI in your own sales process.
And remember, the future of sales is bright, especially for those who are willing to embrace innovation and leverage the power of AI.
Until next time, keep crushing those sales goals.